You just can't beat a stir fry. There's so many different things you can add and pack into it. Plus, it's so quick and easy to make. But today, I'll show you how to up your stir fry game massively and make it so flavourful every single time. Let's rock. What's happening, folks? We'll start things off by prepping the chicken. Use 2 to 3 boneless skinless chicken thighs for this recipe, which is enough for 2 servings. You want to slice the chicken into thin strips, not chunks. To make this more simple for yourself, leave it in the freezer for around 20 minutes, then slicing the chicken into strips will be much easier for you. As I said, you want your chicken to be in thin strips as it will be more tender. You don't want big huge chunks in your stir fry. Time to season your chicken now by adding a teaspoon of garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, salt, white pepper, then a tablespoon of sesame oil, Chinese cooking wine, light soy sauce, and then a tablespoon of cornstarch, as this will give it a nice colour and crust when we cook it, and some baking soda to make it more tender. Let this soak and marinate for at least 30 minutes to enhance the flavours. But of course, if you want to go ahead and cook this now and get everything done even quicker, you don't have to let it rest. You can cook it right away, but it won't be as flavourful and tender as it would be as if you let it rest. While your chicken is resting, we'll cook and prep everything else and start off with the noodles. I used 2 servings of egg noodles and cooked them as directed on the packet. I bought them from Aldi, they're super cheap and they're my favourite noodle to use in a stir fry. You can go ahead and use any noodle you'd like for this stir fry. Just cook as directed on the packet and immediately drain and cool them down under cold water so you don't overcook. Make sure your water is always salted as well. Next, it's time to prep the veg, and for the veg, I used 1 normal sized or 2 small onions, a thumb sized piece of carrot, 1 medium bell pepper, 1 to 2 chillies and some spring onion. When prepping your veg, have 2 containers or bowls right beside you and use 1 for all the food waste and 1 to store everything else. It makes cleaning up so much more easier. Peel the skin off your carrot and cut it any way you'd like. Just make sure that they're not too big and they're all fairly even in size. I like to cut mine into matchstick pieces, but I'm not the best as you can see here, but it's all about the learning process, am I right, folks? Yep. Next, slice your chillies with the seeds in. A little bit of kick is good. If you really can't handle any heat at all, just use the mildest chillies possible. Leave a few for some garnish towards the end, and same goes for the spring onion. Slice it fine, leave the tops for garnish at the end. For the pepper, remove the top and the seeds, cut into slices or equal sized chunks. Same goes for the onion, slice it fine or cut into chunks. Whatever suits you folks and whatever you find easier. Just make sure they're fairly even, and remember, the bigger the pieces, the longer it takes to cook. Now, this may seem like a lot of veg for 1 serving, but it will shrink when you cook it. It will come together well, and personally, I like a good bit of veg in my stir fry. If you have no time to cut or prep the veg at all, just buy the pre-cut bags of stir fry vegetables. They're fairly cheap. Just make sure you never use frozen veg, as it goes all mushy and it's just not that nice. Time for the sauce now. The sauce and the correct prep of the chicken are what really makes this stir fry amazing. Into a bowl, add 2 tablespoons of sweet chilli sauce, sesame oil, oyster sauce, light soy, dark soy, 1 tablespoon of Chinese cooking wine, rice wine vinegar, ginger paste, some chilli flakes and 3 cloves of garlic. If you're already on this channel a while, you know how much I love my garlic crusher. It's so handy to have. If you don't have one, get onto it. This sauce is enough for 2 servings, so if you're only cooking for 1, just half the ingredients. But to be honest, I think you're better off cooking this for at least 2-3 servings, as it is such a really good meal prep. All you have to do to heat it back up is put it in the wok and cook with some oil. If you're new to the channel and enjoying the content, folks, why not drop a like and subscribe? It's much appreciated. We're so close to 1,000 subs, I can almost smell it. Yeah! Everything is prepped now, but it's time to start cooking and bring everything together. Turn your wok to medium-high heat, add a little bit of oil and make sure it's piping hot. Then fry off your veg for around 3 to 4 minutes or until it's softened. Add in a handful of bean sprouts for some extra flavour and crunch. Take the veg out of the wok, add some more oil and make sure it's piping hot again. The reason we're not cooking all the veg and the chicken together at once is because we want the chicken to hit the heat correctly and get a nice colour on all sides. Now, since the chicken has been cut into small strips, it will only take around 2-3 minutes max to cook this if your wok is hot enough. When cooked, add in your veg, give everything a good toss, add in your noodles and the sauce. Make sure everything is mixed and blended in well and the sauce is coating absolutely everything. Add a few more splashes of soy sauce and there we go. Your stir fry should sound just like this. The noise when you make a perfect pasta that isn't dry. Everything is finished now, so begin to dish up. Don't forget to garnish with that leftover chilli and spring onion. You could also add some more soy sauce, some sesame oil, or some sesame seeds and chilli flakes if you'd like. Anything you want really. The more colour the better. Just look at that. The stir fry will always be one of my favourite quick and easy meals to make. It's so healthy for you. It's so easy to make. It takes about 15-20 minutes max. If you want to up your protein, just add more meat. You can use chicken, beef, any meat you'd like. If you really don't have any time to cut and prep the veg, you can buy the pre-cut veg that's made for stir fry. Just never use frozen veg because it goes all mushy. Just always make the sauce, or even something similar to the sauce. Whip it all together. There you go, simple as that. Great for meal preps, great for dinner, just great for everything. Oh yeah. I suppose that's that, isn't it? Tops. Don't forget to stay nasty, folks. Yeah.